Okay, so this is the question that you gave me. The question for part B asks us to find the length AD. Now what I've done is I've just added two little points. One here called point E and one here called point F. It'll help us in a bit. Now, what I want you to do is focus on this triangle here, triangle ABE. That's going to be very, very helpful to solve this whole equation. Now, one thing that we can figure out is from this angle 140 degrees, and since we know this angle is 90 degrees, we can figure out that this angle is 50 degrees. Okay? And now we have 50 degrees. This is a right angle because that's north and AF is due south. Due east. So we know that that's 90 degrees. So we have a right angle. We have one more angle and we have a hypotenuse. With that, we can calculate all of the other things that we need. So let me pull out my calculator here. So if we want to find side AE, right? We'll show you why AE is helpful in a bit. In this right angle triangle, AE, and that's your angle, that's your adjacent side. So we use cosine. Cosine of 50 degrees is equal to adjacent, which is AE, over hypotenuse, which is AB, which we know is 400. So AE equals to 400 times cos 50. Let me do that. Cos 50. That gives us 25.7. So we know the length of AE is 25.7. And we know that BC is 350, which means EF is also 350. Okay, so this one, let me just put it, 25.7. So AF would be 25.7 plus 350, right? And I hope this is starting to become clear by now that if we have this length, okay, and we want to find AD, to do that, we can use Pythagoras as well because we know that this side is 90 degrees. We know that this is 90 degrees. To find the side AD, all we need to know is find the side FD as well. Now, FD, we can also find using triangle ABE. Okay, so again, we have one angle, a right angle, and the hypotenuse. This side would be your opposite side, so we use sine. So sine 50 degrees is equal to your opposite side, side BE, divided by your hypotenuse. Again, that's 400. So 400. So BE equals to 400 times sine 50. Let me just calculate that. 400 times sine 50. That's 306.4. Okay, so this whole length BE is 306.4. Now, if DC, because side BE is 306.4, we know FC is also 306.4. Therefore, side DF is just 450 minus 306.4. So let's do that one. 450 minus 306.4. So we know that's DF is 143.6. Okay, DF is 143.6. So we have a right angle triangle. We have this full length here and that height. We can use the Pythagoras theorem to find out the length of the hypotenuse. So this side here would be 350 plus 25.7. That's 375.7. So that's, let me use a different color. 375.7 squared, 375, plus 143.6 plus 143.6 squared is equal to AD squared. So AD equals to the square root of this whole thing, 37.5. No, 375. 143.7 squared plus 143.6 squared. Let's do that one on the calculator. Squared plus 143.6 squared. 80 is 402.2. So that's that, 402.2. There you go. Okay, so that's how you find part B. Part C is they run from A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to A. And he runs at a constant speed of 3. Calculate the total time very easily, very easy, right? So if you want to have calculate time and you already have speed, let's use another color. So we have time, you have speed, and we have all these distances here. So time, speed, and distance. To find time is distance divided by speed. The speed we know is 3. Let's make a very long one. The speed we know is 3. The distance would be just all of this plus together. 400 plus 350, that's 750. 750 plus this one plus 450 is 1200. 1200 plus side AD is 1602.2. So that's 602.2. So let's pull out our calculator. 1602.2 divided by 3 is 534 seconds. Okay, so the question asks us to give the answers in minutes and seconds. So we need to break this down into minutes. So we have 60 seconds for every minute. So times 1, that's still 60. Times 2, that's 120. Times 3, that's 180. We need a lot more. 500, that's close to 600. Let's work backwards. So times 10 is 60 times 10 is 600. So that's too high. Times 9, that's 540. Still a little bit high. So times 8 is 480. Okay, let's use 8. So we already know it's a little bit over 8 minutes. So 8 minutes. And then the seconds is 534 minus 480. That would be 54 seconds. That's your final answer for C. Okay, let me know if anything here is unclear. Yeah.